Hi everyone, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm just adjusting my channel. 1 second. Hopefully you can see me live now. I'm going to put a comment in the other one. Ah, good. Monica's here. Lou is here. I'm so sorry. This is the first time I've been live and obviously I couldn't figure out my camera angle. So now that's sorted. The sound is good. I'll just bring up the light in a little bit. Maybe that's a bit bright. Right, can you see my hands? Yay, okay. And relax. So what does everybody think of my crafty nails then before we start? So a big shout out to my sister, Nadine, she's my nail tech. I'll just bring in her little card here. So she's the She Shed and she does nails and brows. And there's some of her details. And I'll show you them a little bit more in detail. So we've got the, hopefully that can focus, the blending brush, the buttons, the scissors, the envelope, and the paper clip with the little bow. I think they're so sweet. We spent hours doing them yesterday. Anyway, this is about the Craftstash springtime hop, and I'm going to be playing with some lovely products here today. I'll just go through those with you. I'm just going to take a little sip of my drink a second because I've got a dry mouth already. Okay. So I'm going to be using the Made to Surprise Magic Colour Slide with the Floral Hats Stamp and Die Set. I used some of the elements from this on the last card, so I'm not going to be playing with that much. I've got the KB's A5 washi tape, the Positive Vibes A5 Stamp and Die Set, the Rainbow Day paper pack, and I prepared some of my elements. I'm just going to set some of them aside. So before we get started, I'll just show you the card that I made on the pre-record, and I've also done a matching envelope. I've used the Made to Surprise wax seal kit and created that hello, and then I've put the washi strips on the front of there, and then we've got the magic colour slide like so. So it pops up, I think is really sweet, showing those lovely bears. So I'll have a quick look at the comments before I get started on the next bit. So there's lots of you in. We've got, I'm trying to keep an eye. I've seen Lou, I've seen Monica, I've seen Busy Bunny, Carla, Benita. Hi Benita, happy birthday for tomorrow. Are you excited? I gotta send you a little something, but I haven't had a chance to get to the post office yet, so I'll send it tomorrow. Just scrolling down. Okay, so pretty much up to date. Thanks everyone for joining me. I want to try and make the live a little bit interactive, so I haven't prepared too much. Some of the elements that needed colouring, I've done off camera, basically because they will take quite a bit of time, and obviously I've only got an hour's slot, and we're already 10 minutes in because I couldn't figure out how to work it, but I'll be a dab hand next time, I'm sure. Benita says, hi Gemma, thank you so much for the birthday wishes, and my husband's away to get my birthday gift from Simone, yay. I bet you're super excited to receive that, Benita, and you can start having a play. So the only thing that I've picked out is the pattern paper. So we're going to be making a 5x7 card. So my first question to you guys is, which colour should I do my card base? So I've got this lighter pink, then this darker pink, a purple, and I think I've got like a peachy colour, and the blue. So which colour shall I do as my card base? So let me know in the comments. So Benita says she's got the summer house finally. Yeah, that's a lovely one. So we got pink, dark pink, purple, peach, dark pink. Oh, there's a few for the dark pink, so I'll go for that one. So let me set aside the rest of my pieces. I'm going to bring in my trimmer. So, pretty simple, 10 by 7. Just trim that down. So everyone's loving the nails, thank you very much. And I'm just going to cut some white cardstock as the layer to go on the inside and the outside of the card. So I'm going to cut that to 6 3/4. And by 4 3/4. Oh no. Just reading the comments, Lou said that her dog Bison has snuck off with one of the Colourpop powders and she's got a hell of a mess. Oh no. Sorry Lou. Hi Sam. So I'm just going to set my scraps to one side. Sorry, I've got a really squeaky chair and every time I move you can hear it, so hopefully there it goes. It doesn't squeak too much during the live. Just going to bring in my scoreboard. Hope the connection is okay because we have been struggling as of late with our internet provider, so hopefully everything is okay. So I'm just going to score along the 10-inch side at 5 inches. Try and do that as quiet as possible, but it always makes a loud noise. Okay. Whoop. I'm getting used to the camera being there. I haven't filmed for such a long time because I don't know if you're sort of up to date, but I recently moved, so I think the first pre-record was the first time I filmed in a while. So I've got my 5 by 7 card base. I've got my white piece I'm going to attach on the front and on the inside. I'm just using Collal glue. This is one of my favourites. It's really good to help strengthen the card. So let's have a look at the comments. So everyone's saying hi to Sam and Lou. Lou, you should post a picture of the mess so we can see. I shouldn't laugh because I've got a cream settee and I would be devastated if that happened to me. So don't let the dog in the craft room. So have you been enjoying the hop? Have you all been here all day? I've been watching from the start. Some wonderful inspiration being shared. So I just watched Monica make that beautiful card with the black embossed background and the gold wax. That was gorgeous. And then we've got Helen after me. So next question. We need to pick the frame. So the pattern paper is going to go on there. I'm going to try and trim it down so that it includes majority of the colours. So what colour frame should we have? Blue, purple, peach, or the lighter pink? Let me know in the comments. It's really strange just talking to yourself but waiting for some interaction back on the chat. Oh, it's funny. We got 2 blues, 2 purples. I'm going to go with the blue. Okay, let me just move a few things around. So I just need to grab the die set for this. So bear with me as I shift everything around. So I'm going to bring back in the Made to Surprise Magic Colour Slide die set. So I'm going to use this slightly different. So I have made this style of card before. I don't know if you can remember it when it was the Animal Madness. So it had lots of sort of insert cards that pull out from the frame. So that's my plan with this card. Sorry, I should have explained that at the start so you knew which sort of direction we were going in. But yeah, thanks for sticking with me. Oh, we've got more purple. Oh, what shall I do? What shall I do? I'll go for the purple. I changed my mind. I think that's going to look nice against those colours. Okay then. So I'm going to die cut the pattern paper in this lovely stitched edge frame, and then that will sit on my card base. So I'm just going to tack this down using some low tack tape. So are some of you new to my channel? Have you seen me, have you watched any of my videos before? Was it the first time watching? If so, thank you very much for joining me. Sorry, I said I was going to try and get all the colours in. I'll move this across a bit. Let's try and get a bit of that blue and purple in. Here we go. Try that. So I'm going to run this through my die cutter machine now, so it might be a bit noisy. I do apologise, but hopefully it's okay. So Kay said she's made something similar, but hadn't thought of using the die set. Oh. Sorry about that noise. We've only got to die cut a few more pieces, so hopefully. Benita says she's glad that I'm back. She's missed me. Thank you, Benita. This pattern paper is just gorgeous. So then we've got that lovely stitched edge there. I think that complements that really well. And then in terms of the frame, you would normally, I'll just rotate this so you can see it. You would normally cut this and fold it over as I did in my first video. But because we're just using the frame and we want to sort of create a pocket, I'm just going to cut just the bottom section of the die. I'm just going to tack this in place and then trim away the excess. So a few people have said they've watched me before. Christina says she's watched me many times, but this must be the first catching you live. Yes, this is my very first live. And I don't know if you can tell how nervous I am. Oh, having to wait until 5 o'clock to go live was, yeah, been a bit daunting, but I couldn't go live before this time because I'm having my loft converted, so I had to wait for the workmen to leave. So they didn't go until about 4, so yeah. There'd definitely be some background noise then. So running this through again, bear with me. Thank you, Sandra. Thanks, Sam. So I'm just going to do this one more time because this is a lighter weight cardstock. It's only about a 210 GSM. So I need something a little bit more robust as the frame. So if I just attach two together using some Collage glue, that will really strengthen up. I think it does help that I have been filming videos for a number of years, is it now? Gosh, maybe a year and a half, I don't know. I'll have to have a look what date I started my channel. But you do sort of get used to talking to yourself, but normally you don't get any interaction back. So yeah, it's really nice to have you here with me. So no more die cutting after this. Okay. I'm just going to tidy up my desk a little bit and then we can start working on the frame piece. So Sam was saying we could do some lives together when she moved over. Yeah, that'd be lovely, Sam. You can do most of the talking then. And I'll just, you know, just play with the products. That'll be nice. So, trying to keep my desk tidy because I am a messy crafter. Don't know about you. I think Benita is a messy crafter. I'm sure she said that to me before. I apologise if I'm offending her by saying that. But yeah, usually I end up with a pile of things all over my desk, and yeah, I can't find anything. It's just pure chaos, but that's how I work. So yeah, I can't help it. Right, I'm just going to bring in my trimmer and I'm just going to line up the edge of the frame in here and just trim across to get that nice clean edge. You're not crafting if you don't make a mess, that's right. My craft room is always a mess and my husband is like, it's never tidy in there, how do you work? Oh, I've lost a frame. Where did it go? I just threw her in the bin. Oh, what am I like? There we go. I was trying to tidy up, but I don't want to throw away the good bits, do I? Right. Try and concentrate now. I'm getting too excited. All right, let's attach these together with some Collage glue. So Monica says she needs to tidy up after her live, but she's gonna have some tea and some food first. Yes, you've been in work all day. Need a cup of tea, especially after going live. I know how nerve-wracking it is. So have anyone picked up any bargains? There's some lovely products with up to 75% off. I've grabbed quite a few myself this morning. Some of the colour pops. What else did I get? The die set that Monica was using in the live before me, the die set that Vicky used, the the card making magic one. Oh, I don't know if Vicky's in the chat, but Vicky, I loved the like 4 gift boxes and the stencil piece on the front. The colours you selected as well, they were gorgeous. I'm gonna have to try that one myself. I think I haven't got the stencil, but I got majority of the dies. Okay, so let that dry a minute. I'm going to grab a piece of acetate, which I did have somewhere. Just here. And so you did your shopping, Gemma? Yes, I did, Monica. I did it at 8 o'clock this morning because I didn't want to miss out on any of the products. So I had to make sure that I had my eye on the Simply Made Crafts sort of, I can't remember what it's called, it's the binding die, I think. The one that Helen was using in her first live. I wanted to make sure I got that one. So yeah. I'm just using my pokey tool to mark where I need to trim this down. Obviously you have the die in the set, but as I said in my previous video, even though I put a metal shim in my machine, it just doesn't cut it. So I do have the Sizzix switch and I've got no issues with that one, but the Gemini for some reason just can't get it to work. So I'm just going to trim it manually. It's all going to be hidden anyway, so it's fine. Carla says we've all been brilliant today. I agree. Well, not about myself, but about the other ladies. They've provided some wonderful inspiration, and there's even more to come from Sam and Helen. So I need to attach the acetate to the back of the frame. Make sure it's the back now. And I'm just going to grab some red liner tape. Bear with me. So Dawn said she uses a piece of cardstock in between the acetate and the metal shim and it will cut. I've tried that as well, Dawn. I don't know why I can't get it to work. I think when I'm fully unpacked in my craft room, because a lot of things are still in storage. So there's a number of things that I can't get to. So I think I'm going to pull out my other machine as a backup if I do need to cut any more intricate pieces then. So hopefully I get the placement on this one better than the last one. I'm only going to take the backing off one side first, I think. I'll just burnish that down, make sure it grabs. So Kay says, it's been great, but they can't do another day like this for a while because she's done nothing. Nothing else. Well, I've been working on some of my samples ready for the Made to Surprise launch next week. So I've just sort of prepped one for filming and almost finished another. So I've almost got 2 done, Sam. So we go in there. Oh. So I'm just going to fold a little bit of this over. And then same on that side. Emma Lou said she's made it. Thanks, Emma, for joining. Sorry, I had a little bit of difficulty with the live and the camera orientation, so I had to I think now I could have pressed back and then gone and changed it, but I started panicking, so I was like, oh no, what am I gonna do? So I just stopped stopped the live. I ended it and then started a new one, because I thought I could click back on it, but obviously I couldn't. And you know, this being my first one, I didn't know that. And I got my placement off again. What is wrong with me today? Oh well, you can't really see any of it, but if you do have any overhang, you can trim it down. I don't think you can see any of that. Okay. So I'll just tidy up. We learn as we go, Gemma. Yes, Benita. I think I'll leave the lives for a while though. But it's it was nice of Lou to ask. You know, it does help push me out of my comfort zone, and you know, does make me do these things. So they're not too bad as I'm doing them. I think I build them up to be worse than what they are, and then when things go wrong, you just sort of panic. But hey go, I'm here, I'm crafting, I'm enjoying myself. I hope you are too. Okay, I'm just going to attach this pattern paper onto the card base. So you could pop this up onto some foam if you wanted to add dimension. On this particular card, I'm going to lay it down flat. I want the dimension to come from the frame. Thanks, Carla. I think I was concentrating on the comments, trying to read them. I've got a little bit of sticky there, so I'm just going to grab my anti-static powder and just dab that on there, just so I don't have any catching on the cardstock. Should be okay. Sorry, I had to go slightly off screen to get that. Just gonna add a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Again, we won't see that, will we, is at the back. Okay. I'm just gonna set this bit to one side and bring the trimmer back in. So using the die set, I've used this die here. Don't know if you can see that very well. This die here, and I've cut it 3 times and then created these 3 cards. And then the other rectangle here, I've used that to cut the back piece. I'll just pop that to one side, and I'll just bring back in the stamps that I've used so you can have a look at those. I think these are so sweet. I'll just move my trimmer out so maybe I can get it in shot. There we are. So I used this on my first card, and then I've got the 4 remaining bears then for this one, and they were so lovely to colour in. Really cute. So as the die is intended to stop as you pull out, you've got these sort of stoppers on the edge. So I just need to trim those away, because I want to be able to completely pull them out of the card. So again, just lining it up in my trimmer and just cutting those edges away. You could do this by hand if you want. Sometimes I don't get a very straight cut, so yeah, that's why I'm using my trimmer. So Emma Lou says she always wanted a KB, but her dad worked for Hasbro, so she got a little My Little Pony instead for free. Hi Sharon, thanks for joining. Kay says she's a little bit too old to have known KBs. Last one. So I'm going to go and have my dinner after this. What's everybody having? What's your dinner plans? Are you having anything nice? I'm on my own this evening, so I've got pre-made lasagna and salad. So there's 3 pockets now ready to go in the frame. I'm just going to use one of them as a guide. So you want to sort of line this up to that circle there, and then we're going to create sort of a track with some foam tape around here. So Melly said she's having jacket potato with tuna and salad. Nice. And Jenny's having lasagna like me. So I've just got these thin strips of foam tape and I'm just going to line them up. Let me just double check because I moved that. So my sister's in the comments, Mrs. Pricey to be, thank you for joining. She says she's got pizza and salad. So we're all going for an Italian theme in our family this evening. Very healthy, Gemma, Louise says. Well, I'm trying to be healthy. I'm going on holiday soon, so I gotta be good. Bonita says hi, Gemma's sister. Her name is Nadine, but we call her Dean for short. I won't tell you what I call her when I'm annoyed at her. I'm only joking. She's saying hello back. Everyone's loving the nails, Dean. So this is taking a little bit of time, sorry. Just keeping an eye on the time. So we've got 20 minutes, pretty much getting there now. I was gonna, if I've got time, I'm gonna use the wax melt set from Made to Surprise and do the envelope. Now, I have to admit, Sam, please don't shout at me. This morning was the first time I've used it in all the time that I've had it. But yeah, it's really lovely to use. So I used the Hello seal this morning when I made the envelope off camera, and I'm going to use the Happy Mail, hopefully, if I've got enough time. Just don't want the foam to dip. Yeah, the frame to dip. I'm going to be adding this the back panel onto this. So nearly there. We've just got to try and peel the backing off now. Right. So Lynn says she uses the wax seals all the time. Yeah, they are lovely to use. I just don't know why I haven't used them up until this point. but I think it's something that I need to start doing, making it more a regular thing. So just peeling the backing off here. So Busy Bunny says she doesn't know how long I've, don't know how you've resisted that long. I don't know how either. Oh, sorry about this. This is painful to watch, isn't it? It's painful for me taking it off. Right. Lynn says it's not an MTS envelope without a wax seal. I bet Sam would agree with that. I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue on this. Take this piece away a second. And bring back in this piece. Hopefully I can get this one lined up. I'm just going to slightly tag that in place and have a look from the front. I need to bring that down a little bit. Looks good to me. Okay. Add a little bit of cloud glue on the back of there. And then pop that on the front. Give that a good press down. So Emma Lou says she loves the picky tool. Is it picky tool or pokey tool? I don't know. I call it a pokey tool. So maybe I'm calling it wrong. What do you call it? Yeah, this was part of the Made to Surprise advent calendar. So yeah, it's a shame that they're not being sold separately. Right, so we've got thank you very much on the back, and then I was going to have I'm so very glad to have you, and they just pop inside there. Oh, thank you, Emma. I just try and blend it out as best as I can. And my markers were running out, so I was like, don't do this to me now on the day of the live. But anyway, we managed to get there. So we've got, start to pull these out. I'm so very, very glad to have you. Then you've got the milkshake. Is that a milkshake, KB? Then the music note. And then thank you very much. So what do we think of that card idea? Thank you very much for your contribution and helping me make it. You can add more details to this. On my last card, I added some flowers on the frame. You could stamp on the frame. You could use the pattern paper. You know, you can really go to town on this, but I just wanted to make the stamps sort of the main show, you know, the main focal point, I should say, the star of the show. I'll just have a little tidy up here, and then I think we'll make the envelope, so you can use some of those washi strips. So I'll just grab some of the paper. So more questions for you now. Oh, perhaps I shouldn't show this. I've got, what colour envelope should we make? Got pink, purple, green, lots of different colours. Orange, blue, peach. Let me know which one we should use. Oh, thank you, Pippa. That's really kind of you. We've got 2 pinks, so let's go for it. This one. So I'm going to use my envelope punch board. So we're going to do a 5 by 7. So we need to do 9.5 by 9.5. Thanks, Helen. I look forward to seeing your live next. What are you going to be making? I think you did say earlier, but there's been so much inspiration shared today. I can't even remember what happened this morning. My mind has gone blank. Thanks, Benita. So 9.5 by 9.5. Just pop this to one side. I hope the sound is okay. The issues that I had with the first live, I was using my Bluetooth microphone, but it obviously wasn't picking up the sound for some reason, so I had to pull it out, and then obviously you could hear me, which is what I normally use in my videos. So sometimes maybe the volume dips because I forget that I need to speak into my phone rather than the microphone, so sorry about that. Right, we need to score at 4 inches. So I like to follow Sam's trick, score the one side and then score the opposite side and then line everything up. Sound is spot on, great. Move those little bits. Oh, that didn't punch very well. Let's try that again. It's better. I'm just going to burnish those creases. Emily is asking, do the discounts on the product end at the end of the day of the last live tonight? I don't know, Emily. I know in Lou's live, which was a while ago, they were going to see what the stock was like. And that was sort of dependent on how long the discounts would last. I don't know if Sam or Lou is in the chat and they can answer that question. But I don't really know the answer to that. So I think it's definitely for the whole day. But it may not, you know, the discounts may not go over until tomorrow morning. I did pin my links in the comments, but that was the other one. Oh, never mind. But there are affiliate links in the description box. Well, no, that's in the other live as well. Never mind. Who makes that envelope scoreboard? That is We Are Memory Keepers. So I'm just going to add a little bit of glue. Time is ticking, so I better get my wax going. So what colour wax should we do? I've got the 2 pots here. So I've got the green mix and the pink mix. So we got green, yellow and blue in this one, and purple, red and pink in this one. So I'll just add pink, purple, purple, 2 purples and a pink, purple, pink mix. Okay. Oh, we got a blue. Let's do... Ooh. I don't know if you can see that. Try and... Oh. I just knocked the candle out. Right. So I'll put in 2 purple and 2 pink. How about that? Sorry, Dean. No blue today. There we go. So let them burn. So I'm just going to wrap the envelope around this because it has got some dimension. So it means it'll definitely fit if you seal it around the card. So I'm not going to seal it shut. This is my cooling plate because when it was sent, it was cracked. So I'm just using half of it. Thanks, Sandra. Missed some cooking dinner. Looks lovely, Gem. Lovely colouring. Oh, thank you. Just using the wax seal kit just to finish off. Just waiting for that to melt. Thanks, Emma. Dean says we know better. I'm just going from the comments. I saw pink and purple first of all, so I just have to go with it. Time's ticking now, and Helen's on next. The poor plate, I know. The wax is almost there. I should have started melting that at the beginning, I think. So Benita's got to go to her live now. Enjoy, Benita. Have a good one. I'll try and pop in to see what you're making. But I'm going to go and watch Helen as well. So I can't be in 2 places at once, sorry. Move the plate down a bit to allow for the spread. Is that better? We're almost there. It's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Yes, I can watch her on replay. That's a good idea. Just check the direction of this. Make sure that that's upright. Thanks, Barbara. So while the last bit is melting, I'll just ask if you've got any weekend plans. My husband and I are going down our caravan and we're going to take our nephew with us. So yeah, he'll keep us entertained for the weekend, I'm sure. He's car mad, so he'll probably have us driving around looking at different things. So my sister's asking what's on the stamp. So this is a wax seal. Sorry, the focus went off there. And it says Happy Mail. So I'm just melting some wax. We've got a pink and purple mix. So I'm just going to give that a little bit of a stir. And take off the excess. I'm going to pour that just in the middle there. I don't know if I've melted enough wax. I put 4 beads in there. We'll see now. And then make sure that that's the correct way. Happy Mail. Oh, no. Trust. You use 7, Sam. Oh, okay. How can I rescue this then? Oh, it was okay. I took her off too soon as well. because I thought I'll try and rescue it now, and I'll melt a little bit more, but I'll do that off camera because, as I said, it's like watching paint dry, isn't it? Just me sat there waiting for the wax to melt. I'll pop a red one in as well. I only used 4 on my last one, but there we go. Told you I haven't used it before. There we go. I'll get some melting, and I'll just quickly show you the cardigan. So we've got the bears. I'm so very glad to have you. I always feel like I'm saying that wrong. Then we've got this cute image. I think this style of card is lovely to show off all the different stamps and add lots of different sentiments. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll try and pop it back in. I don't know if I can peel it away. Yes, I can. So I can rescue it. Thank you. So thank you so much for joining me for my first ever live. I really enjoyed it. I didn't have anyone laughing at me. I didn't hear any of you anyway. So yeah, don't forget now to head over to Helen's channel, and I'm going to join you there, so I'll be in the chat. And if there's still some product available, you can get up to 75% off some of the gorgeous products that we've used throughout the day. And we've got more inspiration to come from Helen and Sam. So I wonder how long Sam's live is gonna go on to. So everyone's saying well done. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate it. You are a lovely, crafty family. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.